Welcome back, my Nakamas! Long time ago we did One Piece, and finally we have OP03, a new set, and I'm grateful that you are here, and I hope you enjoyed the first deck profile from Katakuri, a deck that I played a long time on TTS to play around this cool leader. But first, right, left, hit the thumbs up button for more awesome content, and subscribe because we have a giveaway, and 1,550 subs from Majimet sponsored. Thank you very much. We have a really nice clove mat here from One Piece. There are 2 layered that you can win. Just write down what is your favorite card is from the OP4 format. OP3, sorry, we are OP3, no OP4, comes next. I bought a case, I'm ripped. But if you want to support Margin Met as well, you found down a link, and with the digital slots 5, you spare €5 from your buy. Thank you very much for the sponsoring, and let's go into this nice deck profile. Okay, we are right now at the deck profile. Just quick announcement, you can play this deck in a lot of versions what you want to play, because you have a lot of variety of good cards. But we start first with our leader. The Dawn 1 effect is when you attack, look at the top card of your life and put it at top or bottom, and you can choose it to be a trigger effect or a card you just want to add to. You have cards, and you leader gain 1000 plus attack, so you have a 7k swing for 1 Dawn, what is pretty intense and pretty nice. So look at the top card, and then if there is a trigger, then you can play around it or do it at the bottom, or let it be if you need to be a combo card and put it up to with Sanji and healing again. It's pretty nice. I don't know, I just do it as a cost thing, but Shiroshi is the first card we talk about. She's a 1000 counter. Trigger is an on-play, draw 3 cards and trash 2 cards, just to sort the amount of stuff you have in your hand, because you are intimidated in mid and late game deck. In early game you are not that strong. You do pressure with the Katakuri leader, but you lack of strength in the early and mid game, and having her on board is okay if you play as a trigger. She has 0 power, but sometimes the opponent have an army or stuff like that, then you get 1 Dawn and you can trade that as well. Then we have Streusen, 2000 counter, but this is good as the for 1 cost cards like Nami or stuff like that on board. You might trash 1 card with trigger from your hand, KO up to one of your opponent's character with a cost of 1 or less. Sometimes you play it if Makino stays on board and you can get rid of, and he's blocked that, then you play Destroyers for 1 and get rid of Makino, what is pretty good in some point of red matchups. Then we have Chalabru. We play her 2 times. You can play her often as you want to. She's the blocker. Play this card, trigger, and you don't need to discard something. That's pretty good. And she's a 1000 counter as well, and a free cost. Sometimes you don't want to play her, but sometimes you need to in some specific ways in late game from rotations that you have a blocker on board. Now we come to our 1 searcher in our deck. On play, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Reveal 1 big num type cards other than Charlotte Pudding or Sanji, and add it to your hand. So that you can add Sanji, because Sanji is pretty amazing with this card. But for 1 cost 2000 searcher with a count of 1000, it's pretty okay to play Pudding. Now we come to Sanji. He get an altered card as well, but I love this artwork pretty much. Like, it was such a heartwarming scene in the anime, like a heartbreaking scene. Don't do when attacking, you might add the top or bottom card of your life area to your hand, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck, and do it off a life area. So if you need something with the Katakuri effect, then you can put it up or bottom and take that, and then recovery, but all the time you want to do it at the top, because then you have a new recovery that you can search up and fix it in the next round with your Katakuri leader, and then look at the top card again and then swing, and then maybe there's a trigger. That's the reason why we're playing. We have another searcher, not a searcher, but another Pudding, 2 cost 3000 or 2000 counter. On play at the top of 1, look at up to 1 life card from the top of your opponent's life area and put it either on the top or bottom, so you have interaction with your opponent, not yourself. I'm sorry to pronounce it wrong. But you didn't play here so much often, but you use it as a 2000 counter, so the effect doesn't come up so quite often. Pero, I don't like it in the anime, but it's a pretty nice card. Okay, you can look up at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal 1 big man pirates type card, and add to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of any order. So in the late game, if your opponent want to get rid of because he's a free cost 5k dude and swinging all the time with 6k into your face is pretty annoying, then you can look up at your late game cards and then play them. The other looks pretty amazing with the Candy Maiden, I think it was the technique he called, but a trigger, you might discard 1 card from your hand and play this card. This is pretty amazing if you have the first life and it comes down and then swing with the Katakuri, just swing with the Peros. You have a little bit of aggression in the early game as well. Then a card what is pretty amazing to be aggression is a Cracker. Turn 1, while you have less life than your opponent, this character gains double attack. Double attack is pretty amazing to have in a little bit sort of control deck, what is pretty nice. And if you need to play this card, you need to discard 1 as a trigger condition and play this card and then swing with like 7,000. Your opponents need to block or need to throw something in there, and if they played something and don't have the amount of counters, then you need to take the 2 life, what is pretty amazing. Then we play the Daifuku. Daifuku you can play as often as you want to. I play as a 2 of. Turn 1, when attacking, you might take 1 card from the top or bottom of your life area and put it into your hand. Put up to 1 card from the top or of your deck to the life area. This is the same as Sanji, and you can fix your life as well and swing with 6,000, and he's a counter. Like again, Cracker is as well a counter. The only counter you're not having here that I showed you guys is the Pero. I play vanilla a little bit. Later on you play Opera and the Yamato 5 course from the Yamato starter deck. It's pretty good to have some vanillas on board, because you know if you play Whitebit or stuff like that, or vanillas on your own, vanillas can do something on board. 6,000, he's a counter. He's pretty amazing. It's like stuff clearing off with Whitebit and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Now we come to our big cards. This is the Charlotte Linen from the starter deck. 7 cost, 8,000 power. On play, your opponent chooses 1 below. So your opponent chooses the effect trash 1 life card from the top card of your opponent's life area, or put 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life area. So you get rid of a life or you gain a life. What is pretty amazing. Your opponent chooses, sadly you not, but it's okay sometimes. Your opponent takes the life, not to because he swings then with 5 if you have not less counter, because you don't have hand cards, because you need to trigger discard cards in your hand, and then you have not the possibility to have a lot of draw power. So sometimes they give you a life with this effect. Then our board clear, Chala Katakuri. On play, put 1 up character that costs 8 or less to the bottom of its own life area, face up, that you can see the card. Where is it? And don't get missed or rid of that in the late game. This is your card to get rid of something on the board. It's pretty amazing. Then our boss monsters, so we have 3 boss monsters that I showed you guys. Charlotte Linen. On play, if your leader has the big man pirates type, place 1 card from the top of your deck or to the bottom of your life, then trash up to 1 of your opponent's lives. So this have both effects from the 7 cost big mom, but not choosing. They are, they trigger, you gain a life, get rid of a life. What is pretty amazing. And if you gain a life before the round and then play here 3 times, you gain 3 life, and pressure with your character and with your leader as well, you can swing into, is pretty amazing. Thunderbolt is the only option I play. There's another option, counter, that gives 5,000 DP more, but I don't, because I only need Thunderbolt. Main, you might trash 1 card from the top of your life, KO up to 1 of your opponent's character with 5 cost or less. Trigger KO 1 of your character with 5 cost or less. Sometimes you play the card if you have in a good position, but if you have this in the trigger, character 5 cost or less in the mid game is pretty amazing, and a lot of pressure to your opponent. He plays a card, swings with this leader, or he plays more cards, then waits around and swings and then get rid of 1 is pretty amazing. Like a blocker Trafalgar Law as example is pretty hard, or a Marco 5 cost that pops something. Yeah, you can revive that, but yeah, it's some pressure going out. I love the deck. I hope guys you enjoyed. If you don't know where is the deck, where should put it, I had made a tier list. I will link it down below. Thanks to Margin Cards to support the video. Just comment down below what is your favorite OP03 card, like and subscribe guys. There's only 25 subscribers. I think we hit that in this video. Thank you guys for the bottom of my heart, and I will showcase you more decks. Have a nice week and good luck to finding the One Piece.